Good morning, everybody. Dawn McGee, your nutrition evangelist here. I put the fun back into being healthy. I empower women to make their health a priority so they can get off the sidelines and back to doing all of the things that bring them joy. So, today I want to talk about the busy not turning into overwhelm. You may have noticed I've got a lot of things going on these days. I announced a program launch this week. I announced a 1 day summit that I'm doing for next week, which I hope that you will join. The link is in my bio. It's free, and there are free gifts from all of the speakers to the attendees, no pitches whatsoever. So I've been planning for both of those. Plus, my kiddo is heading off to college next year, so it's acceptance and decision season. We're making appointments to go to acceptance student day. Today is a snow day, sort of, and it's just all of the things. And after a while, busy starts to feel like overwhelmed. So, what do you do? Well, if you saw my reel this morning, you know that I lean into my morning routine. And my morning routine is super important. It gets my day started, it keeps me grounded, it keeps me focused, it keeps me moving forward, and gets my head into the right place so that I'm not letting the little things bother me. And I can be flexible, right? In the middle of my morning routine, I had to go shovel the front steps. That's okay. We do that. And then we pick right back up where we left off. We adjust our timelines. We make sure that we're getting plenty of water. We make sure that we're getting good PFC-free meals throughout the whole day. These are things that are super important to build in as the cornerstones of your day. And then everything else will fall into the rest of the time. Now, so my tips. Number one is make sure that you've got your routine down pat. And if you don't, that's okay. It's 1% improvement at a time. Start where you are with what you've got and you work from there. So maybe the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is you've got to get the kids rolling. And so maybe you set your alarm 10 minutes earlier and you take those 10 minutes for yourself. What you do with those 10 minutes is your call. I suggest some stretches, some breathing, some reflection on what your day is going to be. If kid time is too busy to get yourself fed, maybe make that 10 minutes a little bit longer and grab some breakfast for yourself so that your blood sugar is stable, you're not hangry, you can be the mom that you want to be with your kids. So that's one suggestion. The second one is to leave spaces in your day. So as we're looking at time management as part of our lifestyle, it's a super important skill set. We have this tendency to let all the nooks and crannies fill up. And my counsel to you is this: leave some open spaces for the unexpected things. And if nothing unexpected happens, although it does a lot in my life, sit with a book and read. Pick up the phone and call a friend. Have a cup of tea and just enjoy the quiet if you've got the quiet. But leave some room for things to happen, right? And then my very last tip is be flexible. The building of the routines can get us into a routine rut and where we're so dependent on the routine that if something breaks or needs tweaking, then we're all out of kilter. So my coaching to you is while a routine is awesome and super important, and I definitely lean into mine, also be flexible. And so those are my top three tips for not letting the busy to turn into overwhelm, which it certainly could have today in our household. So number one, have a good routine. Start with a morning routine. Nighttime is important too. Start with the morning routine. Number two is leave some spaces in your daily calendar for things to need to be adjusted. And number three is embrace that attitude of flexibility. Routines are great. Don't let them control you. You are the boss of your schedule and your time. So I mentioned my live summit coming up next week. It is called Regain Control of Your Health and Your Finances. Yes, even in a recession. Click the link in my bio to grab your free tickets. I hope that I will see you there. And as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without being hungry, feeling deprived, or giving up your glass of wine with dinner. Until next week, ciao.